Welcome to the Slick and Grim channel. Today we're going to be doing a Star Wars media, movies and TV show tier list. Okay? This covers everything from the prequels, originals, and all the Disney shit. So, if you like Star Wars or if you like tier lists, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Alright, let's start off first by getting the S tier figured out and the F tier figured out. So let me kind of... Oh, God. Alright. I figured out how I want to do this. Revenge of the Sith. It's going up there. You knew it was going up there. I knew it was going up there. Alright, so we know where that's at. Okay? Oh, God. There's a lot for the scruffy looking nerf herder. I like that. Oh God, let's just throw resistance, just all the resistance stuff down there. You haven't seen it, I haven't seen it. It's staying down there in the bottom. Okay. All right, moving on. All right, let's keep going with this tier list. Mandalorian. So it looks here we only have one Mandalorian, multiple Clone Wars, multiple Rebels, so but only one Mandalorian. So with that being said, first half of Mando, awesome. Season 1, Season 2, really shines a light on different parts of the galaxy. Should have been Boba Fett, but it wasn't. But then they do add Boba Fett, and I thought he was pretty good until he gets his own show. That's when this what little Star Wars shits the bed, right? So if I can remember the good times I had with Mandalorian and forget about the bads, if the bads didn't exist, I give it like a B. It's not perfect, but because of those bad times, I'm gonna have to go with a C, okay? Because for every good thing it did, it also gets undone in Mandalorian Season 3, and we'll see how that movie goes. Let me know in the comments if you think the movie's gonna be worth it. Personally, I don't think so, but maybe it's healing again. Probably not, but we'll see. Moving on. Alright, moving on to Clone Wars. This looks to be... It's really hard to read here. It's really hard to read, but let's be real. I'm gonna throw... Let's clean this up a little bit. All Clone Wars except for the movie. The movie was... It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I saw it as a kid in theater. It wasn't good. Okay? But it did start the good stuff. And as a reward, I'm putting the good stuff up there. Now, if they had the last season, it's really hard to read what season these are. Alright, so we got all the Clone Wars. Alright, here's the final Clone Wars season. If you don't count the arc with the stupid sisters, holy shit, what a terrible... That's the worst arc in Clone Wars. But if you take that out, that last arc, I would say it's better than some of those movies. Now with the Clone Wars series as a whole, it's all over. If I could rank video, just like the arcs, we'd be all over the place. But I'm gonna just, if I had to put an average on the Clone Wars series, it's all going into A tier. With the exception of that last season. It is just so good, so emotional. The average Star Wars fan doesn't even appreciate Clone Wars. So, for my Clone Wars lovers out there, you know it's right where it should be. Moving on. Solo. Okay, so I saw Solo in theaters. I only saw it once. The people I went with, they fell asleep. It was that boring. And I remember in the trailer, they made it look like Chewbacca was going to die in this prequel. It's like, god damn, we were just so out of ideas back then. But you know what? I will say, and also how he got his name, awful. Holy shit. I mean, is there any Solo fans in the I don't know watching this right now? I mean, if there is, let me know. Let me know what you like about Solo. But all right. There's one good thing about Solo: trench warfare. Star Wars trench warfare. We need more of that. So, simply for the trench warfare, I'll give it. It's not good, but like if you want to see trench warfare in Star Wars, watch the first 10 minutes and then turn it off. Find something else. Let's move on. Rogue One. Rogue One's a good one. Kind of, honestly, best thing Disney's made. If Andor's on here, I'll say that. But yeah, absolutely awesome. Really fixes a plot hole for A New Hope, which is my favorite of the original. Spoiler. Simply, it's like, okay, you shoot this rocket down the thing and it blows up the whole Death Star. That's kind of cheesy. But then this movie made it like, oh, that was intentional from within. And I thought that is what a spinoff should do. It should enhance. This did exactly what Clone Wars did. It enhanced the base material. So I'm gonna say good. It's not perfect. There we go. All right, we're gonna put it in B tier. I almost want to put it higher, but like, oh god, you know what? Fuck it. I'm putting it higher. I'm gonna say it's great. I can't say it's great. It's good. It's good. We're sticking with good. Moving on. Oh, Force Awakens. Now this one was tricky for me. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed this movie when it came out. Why? Because it was a ripoff of A New Hope. That it's just go watch A New Hope. Go watch this. It is a clear ripoff. You know, so if you like cheeseburgers and there's like a shitty cheeseburger place, but it tastes just like a cheeseburger, well, maybe you'd like it. That was me. You know, and hear me out. We didn't know who Rey was yet. We didn't know. You know, there was theories going around that it was like Obi-Wan's granddaughter or some shit. And then there was like theories with Snoke. There's a dumb one where it was like, oh, Snoke's Mace Windu. There was hope back then, and honestly, I get nostalgic for it sometimes. And also, the Huck speech, that shit was sick. Okay, look-wise, it is a very beautiful movie, but story-wise, it was very safe. There was really dumb shit, like how Rey knew how to fix the Falcon before Han fucking Solo. There's a lot of other dumb shit, but, you know, I'm gonna say it was okay. If the next one would have been better, I feel like people would have looked back on this one a lot better. You know, so alright, let's move on. New Hope. This is the best. This is what started it all. You could take out all this other stuff, take it all out, and just have A New Hope, and that's a good story right there. You know, and this is just like a little prequel, you know. Rogue One is just like a little prequel to A New Hope, and you could watch those two, and that would be all the Star Wars you need. You know, really, I don't know, like the Force is mysterious, like he does the mind trick for the first time, and whenever my dad showed me this as a kid, I saw the Stormtroopers for the first time, and immediately I knew the psyop had worked. The Stormtroopers, the lasers, and then the psyops had already worked, and then Darth Vader walks in. What chance did I have to not be a Star Wars fan? Okay, it's going in S tier. And you know what? Hot take. I think it's better than I think it's objectively not better. I'll admit this. It's objectively not better than The Empire Strikes Back, but I like this one more, and we can go over that later. But A New Hope, S best. Okay, moving on. All right, Attack of the Clones. It's stinky, but there's some pieces of corn in it. Okay. Oh God, I don't know where I want to put this. You get Jango Fett. You get the clones that we know and love. You get that epic Geonosis arena battle. You get And you know what? I thought the beginning was cool with like the chase through through Coruscant. You know, really showed out the world a little bit. It's whenever it starts to sag in the middle. Okay, whenever they're like stuck on Tatooine and Anakin's dealing with his mom and fucking Padme and oh, you know what? Whenever they're on Naboo, that's the lowest point of the movie. It's like the romance was bad. You know, George Lucas has a lot of. He's very creative, which is awesome. But if you don't reel him in and like tell him no on some things, you're gonna get some stinky bits in there. And Jar Jar and those romance parts were one of them. But you also get the cool shit. All right, Jango Fett, clones and shit. So I'm gonna say it's okay. Oops, I'm gonna say it's okay. Okay, there's worse movies to watch. If you turn your brain off, you still get a big battle. So I think it's C tier. Moving on. Oh god, what? Oh, Rise of Sky. All right, we're just doing this in order. Rise of Skywalker. This is one of those movies I watched once. This wasn't even a movie. Like, the parts of it that were like a fuck you to The Last Jedi, I did like. An example of that would be when Rey's given up and she throws Luke's lightsaber and he catches it. And he says, that's no way to treat a Jedi's weapon. Which is the opposite of what he did in Last Jedi. So, other than the few bits of that sprinkled in, it was hot garbage. Somehow Palpatine has returned. It'll be studied. I don't know how they came up with that, but there, Ryan Johnson, fucking Snoke being dead. It's like, who would have been the bad guy? Just Kylo Ren? So they were fucked from the start. They didn't have a chance to make this movie good, but it's, oh god, it's not good. I watched it once. I at least hate watch The Last Jedi. I can't even watch Rise of Skywalker. That's how bad it is. All right, this is the big one. This is probably why you clicked on this video. The Last Jedi. I mean, we all know where it's going, but let's just talk about it for a second. Let's just back up, okay? It's like 2016 or whatever. Force Awakens comes out, Rogue One comes out. Okay, there was an okay one, and then an awesome one, Rogue One, good. And then Last Jedi comes out and just absolutely destroys Force Awakening, like story-wise. I don't even know where to begin. Luke throwing his lightsaber. Oh, you thought there was gonna be a cool speech or something? Nope. Ha, gotcha. And then there's the Yo Mama joke. Oh, you thought the Empire was scary? Gotcha, Yo Mama jokes in Star Wars. Literally, I was there opening night. I was in the front row. Everybody was in their cosplays, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? But you know what? I was holding out hope. This was the one thing I was hoping, okay, because they fucked everything up. It's like halfway through the movie, and I still had a little bit of faith in this movie. And in the trailer, it was Kylo Ren reaching out his hand to Rey, saying, "Join me." Okay, so when Darth Vader said, "Hey, join me," he said, "Fuck no." Okay, Luke said, "Fuck no." So maybe they were gonna go a different route. Well, Rey says yes, and maybe they have to team up against Snoke and then Luke or something. I don't know where they were going, but what I wanted was Rey to be evil, and then maybe Kylo Ren goes back to the light side. That's kind of what I wanted, because it was different. Nope, we're gonna do the same thing as the Empire Strikes Back. Okay, so not original. Everybody's like, oh, they did something different. They didn't do something different. They did instead of the Hoth battle at the beginning of the movie, it's in the end. But instead of snow, it's salt. Shut the fuck up, please. And honestly, I don't even hear that many defenders these days. I also don't hear a lot of people complaining about Star Wars. I just think everybody's running out of juice. You know, they've made peace with the love dying, and I don't blame them. but this is that movie that started it. So it's going right down here. The only thing I'll give it is, at least out of that, there was like movie essays that were entertaining. I can hate watch it every now and again. Like every now and again, as in like 3 years. Rise of Skywalker, if I can help it, I'll never watch that movie again. That was awful. Let's move on. Alright, positive note. Empire Strikes Back. Okay, this is the main one. You get Cloud City, Boba Fett, big Hoth battle, Darth Vader versus Luke, and then, oh, he's his father. Boom! Big plot twist. It's not my personal favorite out of the originals. It's the second best. I don't know. I don't know what about it. It's just, I don't know, man. It just didn't scratch the itch I need, I guess. But you know what? It was cool. We get more Boba Fett, Darth Vader blocking Han Solo shots. That was sick. Cloud City's always sick. And then like the Super Star Destroyer. There's a bunch of cool shit in there. So I would say objectively, it's one of the best ones. Moving on. Episode 1. It's better than you think. I think we're all on board on that. We get Darth Maul. We get Qui-Gon Jinn. We get battle droids. I fucking love battle droids. I don't care what anybody says. Droid gang all the way. Roger. Okay. God, that really got me, solidified me into Star Wars. The pod racing scene, awesome. The duel at the end, holy shit. But then you got the Jar Jar part. But honestly, we should have been. How spoiled were we that Jar Jar was the worst thing we had to deal with? You know, ooh, Misa. That was the tip of the mountain. If only we knew how bad it would get. I couldn't even. My darkest nightmare is gonna be what Star Wars is today, but it is. So honestly, I'm gonna put it in great. It's great. Soundtrack awesome. Really builds. It does a lot of world building. Okay, so we gotta appreciate episode 1 for that. Moving on, Rebels. I'm not doing each season of Rebels. I've seen it once, and I'll say this: just like Clone Wars, it's kind of ass in the beginning, but then as it goes on, it starts maturing as best as it can with Disney's thumb pushed down on it. And then we get Thrawn, and they do as good of a job as you could. The parts that really hold it up for me is the Ahsoka versus Darth Vader scene, where she damages his helmet, and you hear the voice actor from Clone Wars who does Anakin through it, and that made me cry. I feel like that, and Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan, old man Obi-Wan, that was sick. So I'm gonna put it in okay. I would say it's one of the better things Disney has made. If only it had the budget and it wasn't on Disney XD. Moving on, Bad Batch, dude. This is like, it's better than Rebels. It is better than Rebels, but God, not by much. Okay, for every gold episode there's like 8 filler I have to sit through. And honest, Crosshair carries that show. So, but the animation's good. Let's look at positives. That the animation's good. Crosshair's badass. Seeing what happens to the clones. There was one where it's like Crosshair goes to some like clone outpost. That one, honestly, made me cry. I don't remember, but very good. I'm gonna say good. It's good. It ain't perfect, but it's good. Visions. I've seen Visions. I like the animation. What I like about Visions is it says it's not canon, so they're allowed to be very creative with it. And also, we need more anime Star Wars. So I'm gonna say good. They're not all perfect, but for the most part, they're not bad. Oh god. All right, this is another Clone Wars one. I'm gonna sneak this one up here. Boom. Okay. Boba Fett. Oh, you know what? The Obi-Wan show is not on here. Let me make sure. Yeah. Alright. When was this made? Yeah, I don't know. Moving on. Boba Fett. Not good. Absolute garbage. You have the Spy Kids on bicycles. You got Boba Fett being a little pussy to whatever the fuck her name was. Not to hate her, but she was only cool because they made him dumb. So, I don't know. I thought the Sand People part was okay, I guess. But I like how he became a crime lord that didn't commit crime. I thought that was very Disney of them to go that direction. And also, half of the fucking show was about Mando, which that part was good. The parts that didn't have Boba Fett. But then they immediately weren't, because then Grogu just gets reunited with Mando because Disney couldn't possibly change the narrative to not have Grogu in it, because that's the only profitable thing they've made. And I'm throwing this Mando in okay. All right, last one. Return of the Jedi. Oh man, I'm not gonna give it. I know you guys probably think it's going up in best, but it's not. It's really not. I like the Death Star space battle, but let's be honest. We're doing the Death Star again, which is bad. Which is what Force Awakens did. Okay, we don't need another Death Star thing. Okay, I'm over the Death Star thing. It started with Return of the Jedi. I was over it when I saw it. It's like, okay, we're just doing that again. Whatever. But the fleet battle around there was sick. Seeing Jabba's palace was sick. But the way Boba Fett goes out, what the fuck, George Lucas? And I heard that he did that because more people were liking Boba Fett over Han Solo, and so he made him go out like a bitch. But then he's like, oh, well, everybody liked that guy, so I'm gonna make Jango Fett a thing. Kiss my ass, George Lucas. Fuck you. Moving on. Ewoks. I don't like Ewoks. I didn't like them as a kid. I like Stormtroopers. So these Stormtroopers getting taken out by little fur balls, I didn't like that. But the good guys gotta win. The Luke and Darth Vader fight, so good. So good. And you know what? I don't even care about the ending where it's like prequel stuff. I think that's fine. The second they add Rey into that equation, or bring in sequel shit and toss it in there, it's over. We're not there yet, but I could see that coming down the road. But all right, it's going in great. It's going in great. It's not bad. So that's the tier list. You know, it's not Disney. There's some Disney stuff up here, but yeah, we all knew what was going to be at the bottom. But yeah, Jesus. Alright, well, if you like this tier list and you want more Star Wars or other nerdy tier lists, let me know down in the comments what you think I should do next. I love doing these, so the more ideas, the better. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.